This is yeah, 可以了。This is Live Zone RV going live with English on YouTube and Russian on VK。你快点打开吧，你。这不直播吗？这不 live 吗？
不能打，不是从这儿打开，从这儿打开啥也看不见。你看，它不是。
Let's fucking go! Well, today is very windy. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon from here in China. We are Live Zone RV. We have been making domestically made Chinese motorhomes, mostly built on Chinese Great Wall caravans. For over 25 years, we're now seeking opportunities to explore our reach and our overseas dealers. We're looking forward to find partners and customers in international markets to collaborate with us. If you'd like to license our vehicles, please do not hesitate to give us a contact. Currently, all of our models from China are under 6 meters. So on the international market, these are considered smaller vehicles. So these are all under 6 meters in length. And they do come in different floor plans and different layouts. They are your traditional 3.5-ton chassis like these, the Powers, which are our best sellers. And we have the heavier ones over here, like the Shanghai Power, which is a 4.5-ton chassis, which is not that common on the domestic market. We are quite proud of our chassis. They provide excellent comfort and driving dynamics, a nice balance of a comfortable interior space and excellent pulling power. So today we have the opportunity to bring one of our newly announced vehicle during the Beijing Auto Show, which is the 2025 all-new refreshed Power. This is the floor plan A, as we can see here on the license plate. So for the 2025 refreshed model, there are several major updates to the camper. Well, first of all is the chassis. The engine has been improved. We now can offer a 2.4-liter turbo diesel engine derived from our larger Shanghai Power car. So that will provide excellent torque and awesome driving power. And paired with the 2.4 turbo diesel is a 9-speed auto from Great Wall. So that is also an update from the previously available 8-speed. And one other improvement is that, maybe you can see, of the overcap bed. So this is now in a slightly different shape than our previously available, which is those ones in the far end. We have some customers pulling into our camping ground in the back, supply ground, if you can say so. So these are our 2024 models. Compared to these ones, our 2025s will provide better bed space. So if you're sleeping 2 people inside the camper, in the overcap bed, both of them will have a very excellent sleeping experience. As I may show you. Give me a second, let me just turn the light on. So this is our refreshed model. This is the A floor plan, which is good for legal to carry 4 people, but enough to sleep 3 adults. That is the improved overcap bed I was talking about. First of all, the mattress had a quite an improvement. So these are very excellent, very squishy foam mattress, and they all have support beams underneath. This bed also collapses, which will provide better sitting space. So on this bench, as you can see in the far end, it is quite a square and square shape. So it's almost like a rectangular. It measures almost 2 meters by 1.7 meters. So the width of the car is almost 2 meters, and the depth of the bed is 1.7 meters. So pretty much just a regular double bed in your cab, in your overcap. And of course, we have large windows all around. The skylight over here on top is an option. It does cost about 3,000 Chinese. If you're camping in cold weather, we do not recommend this because the overcap portion is the colder part of your camper. So that's something to keep in mind. But do not worry, we also provide a heating vent. This is a heating vent for your camper, for your overcap bed portion. So even just in moderate climate, you can have some heating available for the bed. And of course, we have reading lights, a small storage section, USB charging ports, and your standard household style 5-prong outlet, a smoke detector, smoke alarm is also available. These are all standard option. And the 2 window on the side of the camper, they are standard as well. So they can provide better ventilation and to circulate your air in the bedroom. On the other side, you also have more charging outlets and smoke alarms. The entire bed is quite spacious. Here at Livezone, we always emphasize the height of the bed, which we think is very important for a comfortable camping experience. Our bed measures about 19 centimeters tall, the entire overcap section. So that gives you plenty of room to sit up and get dressed in the at night or in the morning when you are getting ready. All right. And like I said before, this section collapses. So if you're trying to climb to the cab in front, or if you're just having some friends over, if you want to have a picnic over here, it's more comfortable to sit here with the... Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is actually our best-selling design. So it is quite popular here in China. It's very versatile with loads of cooking space, and there's not much compromised on the sleeping area. Speaking of bed, of course, the table moves 6 ways. So up, down, left, right, and in and out. And this can also drop down. That will turn into a bed as well. This one measures about 50 centimeters wide and about 1.7 meters tall. So for teenagers or maybe shorter adults, that will be fine. Or for 2 kids, that will be sufficient as well. And the bed is very easy to make. Let me demonstrate. Just put my phone down. There's a lever. You just press it down. And you put your mattress on top. There you go. Voila. Takes about 20 seconds to make the entire bed. How much is the camper? All right, let me show you. So for our domestic price, this is 389,000 Chinese yuan. If my colleagues in the backend can convert that to US, please. May I ask, where are you from? Are you using US dollars? Oh gosh. Let's see. That is the Dinette converted bed. Australia, hi. We have a couple of Australians visit us before. We actually have exported to Australia, but that's only for the camper portion. So we're making truck campers for a different chassis. So yeah, we can, but currently I'm afraid we don't have any right-hand drive chassis to offer. So in the past we have done camper only, so not the bed, not the truck portion. There is our Dinette converted bed. Let me talk a little bit more about the doorway section over here. So this is a European style door with a built-in lock, and this is center lock as well. So when you press lock on your key fob, this door will lock as well. So which is very convenient. They are motorized step, which can be operated by button, and the step will also retract automatically. If your engine is on, if you turn on the engine, the step will retract to prevent damage, just in case if you forget it. The door here, of course, it has a blind and a shade. I'm sorry, it's a bug screen. Oh, I think the carpet jammed it, but I'll show you it's there. Give me a second. There we go. The carpet underneath is just in the way. 国行量序，价格换算一下。Let me close that because it is getting loud. It is almost rush hour here, but as you can see, maybe as you can hear, when the door and windows are closed, it is quite quiet here in the camper. We're using double paned acrylic windows. We're making these windows ourselves. They have 2 layers and a air gap in the middle. So they are quite good at insulating noise and protecting you from weather as well. And all of our windows are built to the same spec. So that means the window in the kitchen, in the bathroom, or the skylights, they all have the same features. So let me talk to you about those. So every window we have installed in the camper, first of all, the opening is quite large. It is almost a 90-degree opening. So that helps you with the ventilation, and also it helps with you to get a better view of your scenery. Second of all, they all come with a second stage, a second stopper here on the latch. So these, if you lock them here, that will give you a little gap here because this window pushes out, so you can't open them when you're driving. But if you still want to vent the camper portion, you can hook it up here, and this will give you a little gap to vent out your bedroom or the interior of your camper. And of course, they also come with bug screens and privacy blinds. There's a little clip to hold them two in place, so you can mix and match. Bug screen is very important here in China. There are so many mosquitoes. And if that's not your style, we also provide curtains, traditional curtains. All right, back to the interior of the camper. This is our newly refreshed 2025 models. We're expecting deliveries in the second half of the year. This is one of our testing cars. And we have made several adjustments to the layout. We believe it's more practical and more usable on a daily basis. So this here, is there any design faults? Not quite sure what you're talking about design faults. So maybe parts that are prone to damage. So in the past, we have been using some tables that are clipped into the wall. So those clips are common to get damaged, and or in general some electrical problems, but they can also be resolved by changing parts, basically. So these are spring-loaded storage compartments. These are new. There's another one on top of it. And there's a little shelf, and they all have a little lip to protect your stuff from falling out when you're driving. This panel here, they have little holes so for you to DIY a keychain hooker or any sort of hangers you want to decorate your camper with. All right, moving to the back of the bench. Well, first of all, this is a almost automotive grade bench. They have nice back support and side support. And it's also, the recline is also adjustable. You have armrests on both sides. This is finished in a beautiful creamy white leather. But we also accept customizations if you want any different colors or material. We'll be able to find a suitable one for you. 2 seat belts, like I said, you can legally carry 4 in the camper. And this is also spring-loaded storage. So if you are storing some books, some notepads, newspapers, whatever you might need when you're drinking your coffee in the morning, and maybe if you're listening to tunes, they are Bluetooth speaker, which are built in. You can just not connect to your phone or your projector. We can actually offer a projector setup in here. We don't offer TVs anymore. That one's not a TV. That's a surveillance system, so CCTV system. That is also optional too. If you want a TV, we are able to mount a projector and screen setup. The screen will be covering the entrance to your overcap bed. It's about 40 inches, I would say, the screen itself. So that gives a pretty compact and very usable TV system. All right, maybe let's now move to the back of the camper, which is the start of this layout, which is the large kitchen. So if you're just a couple traveling across the country, or if you're planning long-terming, full-timing, or just if you just like cooking, this is a very capable layout for you. You have a large kitchen and large fridges. So these are 12-volt compressor fridge, and they are dedicated RV units with freezers and refrigerators. In the back, you have a large L-shaped counter, which with a flush-mounted burner and kitchen. If you do not like induction stove, we can also install traditional gas burners here, whether it's 2 burners, 3 burners. You can choose your layouts. Same with the sink. This is just a regular sink with hot and cold water. And there's a large storage bin underneath. This one is optioned with a washing machine, but if you do not option that, you can also go for a through-loading storage compartment. So if you have long items like skis and fishing rods, you can also our products have no design flaws. Indeed, we are quite a experienced RV manufacturer. We have been doing this for over 25 years. We have tried almost every kind of pickup truck layout. So yeah, there are mostly electrical faults and small problems here and there. So no major design flaws. That's the bathroom, which we'll go through in a little bit. So here is your your microwave oven, which is mounted hanging from the overhead cabinet. That is also new for 2025. This will free up loads of space underneath. It doesn't take up any space in the overhead cabinets, which are quite big. I can almost put my entire forearm in. And large open shelves over here. Another large storage cabinet in the back. They are built-in extractor fans, range hoods on the top of your burner. Large drawers, which the ambient light also helps light up. So if you're finding things in the evening when you're cooking, it's easy to, you have illuminations, so it's not hard to get them. So back here we have more power outlets, which is always good. And these are your switches for your household style appliances. So that would be your 220 volt appliances like microwave ovens and your induction stove and the washing machine. Other than that, and your household outlets, nothing else uses inverter. We are installing a 5 kilowatt inverter in our camper. So, and by the way, our air conditioning doesn't use inverter at all. I will talk about that in a bit. So you don't have many appliances that use this inverter, which is also a plus, a bonus, that we can save energy when it is not abundant. So the bathroom of the camper, of the A floor plan, which also had a refresh, we're now using a over-the-counter wash basin for our sink and tap setup. There's a large vanity mirror. Hello guys. Now you know how I look like. So, like I said, sink has been changed, and because of that, we can now mount the washing machine underneath the sink. That also saves plenty of space on in the kitchen. So this is a 3 kilogram washing machine. Uses about 20 liters of water, and yeah, you can wash a large winter jacket in it, but nothing larger, I believe. So if you want to wash your beddings, that is still not advised. I would still advise against that. So a smaller washing machine, but it's better than nothing. And you have lots of counter space here, of course. A little shelf to store your shampoos and whatnot. Heating vent in the bathroom, which is very important in winter. A rotating Thetford toilet. These use chemicals, of course, so that will go into a black tank, which is about 18 liters, so 5 gallons. There's a flush button here. There are 2 drains in the bottom. So whichever way you are parking your car, your water can drain out, no problem. So there's less chance of molding and general odors. For humidity control, you have a fan, which is bi-directional. You can suck air in, and it can also pull air out. I'm not sure if you can see that on screen. But if it's raining or snowing, you can open the hood on top. And there's also a window here, which can help you vent the bathroom. Latches are available, of course. There's a built-in overhead cabinet, which will provide loads of storage in your bathroom. There are built-in power outlets here as well. This is a Chinese spec, of course. We can change them into UK style or any other style you are using in your country. Shower is mounted here. Yeah, that is it. A very nice, simple, but very functional little toilet. Yeah. And like I mentioned before, our air conditioning does not use any inverter power. So this is a DC system that runs on 48 volts. All of our campers are built with a 48 volt system, apart from an older model. So that will give you better charging rate, better also smaller gauges, wires. So this is a DC system, about 8,800 BTU. So that will cool the camper down pretty efficiently. In our summer, which is about 38 degrees Celsius, so that's quite hot, if I do say so myself. This one can cool us down pretty effortlessly. And it draws only about 500 watts when cooling. So summer nights are very pleasant in the camper. And heating is provided by your diesel or gasoline furnace. So they are mounted actually underneath the chassis, so you don't get any fume, nasty diesel smell or fumes inside your car. We're using a 5 kilowatt Webasto heater. That is either diesel or gasoline, depending on your chassis type, we have both gasoline models and diesel models available. Like I said, the diesel model can be a 2.4 turbo diesel, and the gasoline model is a 2.0 liter turbo gasoline engine. That is our camper, which is, I do have to say, this color is very homey looking. This is our control panel. This is also available in English, so do not fuss. So here you can see your main battery switch, your voltage, your freshwater tank percentage, your lights and appliances controls, and so on. If that does freezes or crashes, we also have traditional physical switches in the back. So that is something we install to every model because personally, I'm a firm believer that I do not trust any touchscreens. So physical buttons, which are very important, so you can control everything, even though this fucks up. Like I said, there are surveillance systems mounted. It's an option, by the way. So this is a four-way system, so you can show the front, rear, and side views. So if you heard some strange noises in the middle of the night, you don't have to crack open your windows. You don't have to open your doors. You can check your surveillance system. And excuse me, sorry. Yeah. On the outside, on the outside, 你先锁吧，没事。On the outside, there's a fuel door, which is self-explanatory. This is a little tray table, actually. I'll open it for you. So we have an outdoor kitchen as well. As you can see, there is a burner here. Give me a second. Let me set up the tripod. There is a burner here. There's another layer of the drawer, which I will not do because my hands are tight. So this uses your traditional cassette tank, so propane tanks. If you are choosing a diesel model, this can be a diesel stove as well, which is another option that is available for this car. Excuse me. So if you do not option for the washing machine, this will be a through loading section. And this table here, there will be a leg to be attached here, so it can support itself. You can use this as a outdoor table. So you have your gas stove here. You have water here, actually. This is a city water hookup, but there's a pump inside. You don't have to use it as only a water hookup. You can actually press this button and reverse the pump and use this as a outdoor tap. You can just hook up a tap here, which will be provided with our vehicle purchase. So you have your outdoor tap here, you have your gas range here, a little tray, your awning, which is also available, of course, for every camper van. That is 3 meters when opened. So that is your entire kitchen setup on the outside of the car. In the back, we have a full-size spare, which is awesome, as always. Underneath the car, you can see your trailer hitch, which is good for about... Yeah, okay. All right. Our trailer hitch is good for 3 tons if you are choosing the 2.4 turbo diesel engine, and 2.5 tons if you are all right. That is it for the all-new Power, the 2005 model year Power. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in, and I will be introducing you to another of our vehicle in a little bit.